Good morning everyone. So in the last class we had studied about what is complete square method and what are the steps to be followed in complete square method, and also we had solved two problems, that is if the coefficient of x square is a perfect square and if it is not a perfect square. So some of your friends asked, sir, complete square method is already removed from our syllabus, why should we solve problems on that? So the thing is, uh, assume that you have completed your 10th, okay, and you are in your class 12th or class 11th, and the lecturer there asks you to solve a problem based on complete square method. So will you be able to do it? No, right? So will you be able to tell him that, sir, it was COVID time, will the 30% of our syllabus was reduced, so we didn't learn this? So you can't tell like that. So I will So in this chapter, I will be solving problems related to complete square method, as it is a very important method that will be used in your higher classes as well. So you have to be in a position to answer that lecturer, right? So that is why I will be solving some more problems related to the complete square method and other methods as well. So now today we will be solving some tricky questions related to the solutions of quadratic equations, that is by factorization, or we can solve it by complete square method. So the question is, the sum of reciprocals of Rahman's age in years 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. So you have to find the present age of Rahman, okay? So this is the question. So first write down whatever they have given. First find the present age of Rahman. So let us assume present age of Rahman be equal to x years. Let us assume it is x years. So what they have given is the sum of the reciprocals of Rahman's age 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, it means past tense, right? So 3 years ago, his age was x minus 3 years. Why? Because y minus 3, because it was 3 years ago. And 5 years from now, that is the future tense, 5 years from now his age will be x plus 5 years. So we have to find the percentage of Rahman, that is the condition is the sum of the reciprocals. So they have mentioned the word reciprocals. So you have to take the reciprocal of x minus 3 and x plus 5 and you have to add them. The sum of the reciprocals of Rahman's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. So how do you write that? The sum of Rahman's age 3 years ago, the reciprocal. So x minus 3, 1 by x minus 3 plus, because they are given it is sum. So 1 upon x minus 3 plus 1 upon x plus 5 is equals to 1 by 3. Okay. Now there is nothing but just simplification. You have to just simplify. Take LCM x minus 3 into x plus 5. So multiply x plus 5 here, x minus 3 here. So we'll be getting x plus 5 plus x minus 3 is equals to 1 by 3. So this implies, so x plus x is 2x, 5 minus 3 is plus 2. 2x plus 2 equals to x upon 2 upon x minus 3 into x plus 5 is equals to 1 by 3. Now we shall simplify it a bit more. So 2x plus 2, just cross multiply, 2x plus 2 into 3 is equals to, so this 3 goes to the numerator and this goes to the 1. Okay, 2x plus 2 into 3 is equals to x minus 3 into x plus 5. So just multiply. 6x plus 6 is equals to x square plus 5x minus 3x minus 15. So this implies, so I will come out with the last equation, minus 4x minus 21 equals to 0. Now you have to factorize this. So I have already factorized it. So the factors are x minus 7 into x minus x plus 3 equals to 0. So this implies x minus 7 equals to 0, or else x plus 3 equals to 0, and this implies x is equals to 7 or x is equals to minus 3. So since age cannot be in a negative number, so x is equals to 7. So the Rahman's present age is equals to 7 years. So we have done nothing, just we have arranged it in a mathematical form. The given statements are arranged in mathematical form. Let us assume the present age of Rahman is x years. 3 years ago his age was x minus 3, and 5 years from now his age will be x plus 5. The sum of the reciprocals of Rahman's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now are added, which is equals to 1 by 3. They have given it. So we have just cross multiplied it, and just there is simplification, and we have solved it by factorization method, and we have got the Rahman's percentage, which is equals to 7 years. So now we will move on to the next problem. So now we shall move on to the next problem, that is, in a class test, the sum of Shefali's marks in mathematics and English is 30. Had she got 2 marks more in mathematics and 3 marks less in English, the product of their marks would have been 210. So find her marks in the 2 subjects. So you have to find her individual marks in mathematics as well as in English. So let us begin with the solution. Let us take her marks in mathematics. Let her marks in mathematics be equal to x. Okay, let her marks in mathematics be equals to x, and her marks in English be equal to y. Okay, now according to given condition, so what they have mentioned, that the sum of Shefali's marks in maths and English sum up to 30. So the sum of Shefali's marks in mathematics and English is 30. So since we have taken maths as x and English as y, we will write it in symbolical form, that is x plus y equals to 30, right? X plus y equals to 30. So I will shift x to the RHS. Y I will tell you now. So y is equals to 30 minus x. So her marks in English was y, and what we have got here is the value of y is 30 minus x. So instead of y, I will write it as 30 minus x. So why I have done like this, we will be knowing in the further steps. So x plus y is equals to 30, y is equals to 30 minus x. So instead of her marks being y, I will write it as 30 minus x. Now, according to the second condition of the problem, so had she got 2 marks more in mathematics, x plus 2, and 3 marks less in English, her marks was initially y and got 3 marks less in English, the product of their marks, that is the multiplication, the product of their marks would have been equal to 210. Okay, now the important part comes, that is, why did I take y is equals to, instead of y, why did I take it as 30 minus x? So just observe, if you multiply these, you will not get a quadratic equation, right? So you will get 2 variables, but a quadratic equation is nothing but it is a algebraic expression of the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, where a is not equals to 0. So the variable here we have only one, that is x. So if we take y here, we will not be getting a quadratic equation, hence it is impossible to solve the problem with y. So instead of y, what will I do means I will write it as 30 minus x. So x plus 2 as it is. So instead of y, I will be writing it as 30 minus x minus 3, which is equals to 210. Now if we simplify, we will be getting a quadratic equation in x. Okay, and hence we will be getting the solution. So you have to just simplify it now. X plus 2 as it is. So 30 minus x minus 3, which is equals to 210. So this implies x plus 2 as it is. 30 minus 3 is 27 minus x is equals to 210. So now you have to multiply this and take this 210 to the LHS. I have already solved that. The equation comes out to be x square minus 25x plus 156 is equals to 0. So you'll get, after simplification of all these, you will be getting an equation of the form x square minus 25x plus 156 is equals to 0. So now you have to factorize it. Just factorize it. You will be getting two factors, that is x minus 12 into x minus 13 equals to 0. So this implies x minus 12 equals to 0, or else x minus 13 equals to 0. So this implies x is equals to 12, or else x is equals to 13. So the problem is not over yet. Okay, we have just found what are the possible marks of our mathematics, that is x is equals to 12 and x is equals to 13. Since we have got two positive values here, we have to check what will be her marks for English. So it is dependent on the value of x, right? Y is equals to 30 minus x. It is dependent on the value of x. So now when x is equals to 12, English marks will be 30 minus 12, which is equals to 18. So when her maths marks will be equals to 12, her English marks will be equal to 18. Now when x is equals to 13, her English marks will be 30 minus 13, which is equals to 17. So when her maths marks is 13, her English marks will be 17. Suppose if we got a positive value here and a negative value here, the negative value will be ignored, right? Why? Because the marks cannot be in negative. So since we have got two positive values here, we have checked her marks for the two positive values. When her marks was 12 in mathematics, her English marks was 18, and when her marks was 13 in mathematics, her English marks was 17. So this is how you solve the problem. Just you have to adjust the value of the variable. So if two subjects are given, so automatically you will be taking it as x and y. So just think once before taking x and y. So what will be the consequences? So if I take x and y, will I be getting a quadratic equation or not? So you have to think all these and then proceed. So I hope this problem was clear. Now let us move on to the next problem. So again the train problem has again returned. So again you have to be very careful with the formula to be used here. A train travels 360 kilometers at a uniform speed. Okay, it covers a distance of 360 kilometers. And if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. So you have to find the speed of the train. So a train travels a distance of 360 kilometers, and if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. So now let us take the speed of the train. Let the speed of the train be equal to x kilometers per hour. X kilometers per hour. So total distance covered. Total distance covered. Total distance covered, which is nothing but 360 kilometers. Now let us apply the same formula, that is speed is equals to distance divided by time. distance divided by time. So instead of finding speed, we will find time. So time is equals to distance by speed. So we have just cross multiplied it. So time is equals to, distance is 360 and speed is x hours. So what we have done is, just let us take the speed of the train equal to x kilometers per hour. Total distance covered is 360 kilometers. And we have just applied the formula, which is speed is equals to distance by time, and found out what will be the time if the train speed is x kilometers and covers a distance of 360 kilometers. And now the second part of the statement, if the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, according to second condition. Second condition, if the speed had been 5 kilometers more. Five kilometers per hour more. So it would have been x plus 5 kilometers per hour. So I hope this is clear. If the speed was 5 kilometers per hour more, then the speed would have been x plus 5 kilometers per hour more. Then it would have taken 1 hour less. Train would have taken 1 hour less. Train would have taken 1 hour less to cover 360 kilometers, right? So when the normal speed was x kilometers and it had to cover a distance of 360 kilometers, the time was 360 by x hours. Now it will take 1 hour less than this, that is 360 by x minus 1. So why minus 1? Because it takes 1 hour less than the normal when the speed was increased by 5 kilometers. So I hope until here it is clear. So now we will be using the same formula, that is speed is equals to distance by time. And since we know an exact quantity, that is distance, we know it exactly, so we will write an equation for distance. Distance is equals to speed into time. Okay, so the distance is 360 kilometers, speed is x plus 5, and the time is 360 by x minus 1. So now we have to just simplify it and write down what will be the equation. 360 is equals to x plus 5 as it is into, so you will be taking x as LCM, into 1 into x. So you will be getting 360 minus x. Now just cross multiply x to this 360, you will be getting 360x is equals to x plus 5 into bracket 360 minus x. So now if you multiply, I have already multiplied it, so the equation comes out to be x square plus 5x minus 1800 is equals to 0. So now you can factorize it. Okay, I have already done it. That is, it comes out to be x plus 45 into x minus 40, which is equals to 0. So this implies x plus 45 is equals to 0, or else x minus 40 is equals to 0. So this implies x is equals to minus 45, or else x is equals to plus 40. So since speed cannot be negative, so x is equals to 40 kilometers per hour is the speed of the train. So x is equals to 40 kilometers per hour is the speed of the train. So this is how you solve the problem. Just we have taken the speed of the train as x and the distance covered is 360 kilometers. Speed equals to distance by time, and you have found an equation for the time when the speed was x kilometers and it was traveling a distance of 360 kilometers. And now according to the second part of the problem, if the speed had been increased by 5 kilometers per hour, the speed would have been x plus 5 kilometers and the train would have taken 1 hour less. Therefore 360 divided by x minus 1 hour. So again we are using speed equals to distance by time, and since we know distance is the only exact quantity here that we know exactly, so distance is equals to speed into time. Just we have substituted the values and you have got the equation, that is quadratic equation, that is x square plus 5x minus 1800, and we have factorized it. So I hope the problem was clear, and I hope you will be getting a doubt here. Why? Because this is a big number, how can you factorize it so easily? So there is an alternative for that. So if you got three big numbers, so you have to multiply the first and last coefficient, that is 1 into 1800. So you have to find factors of 1800. So it will be very difficult. So there is an alternative for that. We will be discussing about that in the next classes. So now let us move on to the next train problem. So an express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger train to travel 132 kilometers between Mysore and Bangalore. So if the average speed of the express train is 11 kilometers per hour more than that of the passenger train, find the average speed of the two trains. So observe the, let us go line by line. So an express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger train to travel 132 kilometers between Mysore and Bangalore. Since it is an express train, it will travel from a junction to junction and there will be no stops in between, and hence it will take 1 hour less than that of a passenger train. While a passenger train travels junctions to junctions, but they in the middle there will be minor stops. So express train takes 1 hour less than that of a passenger train to travel a distance of 132 kilometers from Mysore to Bangalore. So if the average speed of the express train is 11 kilometers more than that of the passenger train, so find the average speed of the two trains. So you have to find the average speed of the express train as well as the passenger train. So let us assume the average speed of the passenger train is equals to x kilometers per hour. So since the average speed of the express train is 11 kilometers per hour more, therefore the average speed of the express train becomes x plus 11 kilometers per hour. So the total distance covered is total distance covered, which is equals to 132 kilometers. Right? Now we shall find the time taken by passenger train. Let us find out what is the time taken by the passenger train to travel a distance of 132 kilometers. So speed is equals to distance divided by time. So we have to find time. Time is equals to distance divided by speed. Okay. So time is nothing but time is equals to, so the distance is 132 and the speed is x. So the time taken by the passenger train is 132 by x hours. Similarly, we will find what is the time taken by the express train. Time taken by express train. So again, time is equals to distance by speed. So I'm writing it directly. So time is equals to, so the distance is 132 and the speed is x plus 11. So consider this as equation number 1 and consider this as equation number 2. So we have just written what is the average speed of the passenger train and average speed of the express train, and we have found out what will be the time taken by the passenger train and took it as equation number 1, and time taken by the express train is taken as equation number 2. So I know what you will be thinking now, that is you have to write an equation for distance. So hold on, be careful. So since they have mentioned the term as average speed, okay, they have mentioned the term as average speed, so we will be not writing the equation for distance here, we will be writing an equation for time. Why? Because the average speed varies with time, hence we will be writing an equation for time. So let us differentiate now. Time taken by passenger train, time taken by passenger train minus time taken by express train is equals to 1. So why it is 1? Time taken by passenger train minus time taken by express train equals to 1. Why? Because in the question they have mentioned that an express train takes 1 hour less than that of the passenger train to travel a distance of 132 kilometers. Therefore, the difference of timings between a passenger train and an express train is 1 hour. So I will be taking time taken by passenger train minus time taken by express train equals to 1. Okay, so time taken by passenger train from equation number 1, so it is 132 by x. 132 divided by x minus 132 divided by x plus 11 is equals to 1. So instead of taking LCM and now solving them, since 132 and 132 are common, I will take 132 as common. So we will be remaining with 1 by x minus 1 by x plus 11 is equals to 1. So write 132 as it is. Now we will take LCM, x into x plus 11. So it comes out to be x plus 11 minus x is equals to 1. So this implies 132 remains as it is. So plus x and minus x gets cancelled. You will be remaining with 11 on the numerator and x into x plus 11 in the denominator is equals to 1. So this implies 132 into 11 is equals to, I will just cross multiply this to the RHS, x into x plus 11. So after simplification we will be getting an equation which is equals to x square plus 11x minus 1452 equals to 0. And after factorizing you will be getting factors, that is x plus 44 and x minus 33 equals to 0. So this implies x plus 44 equals to 0 or else x minus 33 equals to 0. So x is equals to minus 44 or else x is equals to plus 33. So since speed cannot be in minus, so we will be taking it as positive quantity. X is equals to 33 kilometers per hour. Therefore average speed of passenger train is equals to 33 kilometers per hour, and average speed of express train is equals to x plus 11, that is 33 plus 11 equals to 44 kilometers per hour. So this is how you solve problem on the given question, that is the train problems, that is on average speed. So I have just taken the average speed of the train as x, average speed of the express train is x plus 1, the total distance covered is 132, the time taken by the passenger train is calculated and it is taken as equation number 1, and the time taken by the express train is calculated and it is taken as equation 2. So now the important part, which is time taken by the passenger train minus time taken by the express train is equals to 1. Why? Because they have given it as average speed, and since average speed varies with time, we will be writing an equation for whatever the difference they have given. Since the difference between the time taken by passenger train and time taken by express train equals to 1 hour, so therefore I will be writing 132 by x, that is the time taken by passenger train, minus 132 by x plus 1, that is the time taken by express train, that is passenger train minus express train, which is equals to 1. and just simplification, and we'll be getting the result by factorization method. So I hope the problem about this, that is the train problem that is related to average speed, is clear. So if you have any doubts, you can contact me. So in this class we solved 4 problems. That is, the first one is the ages problem, and after that we solve problems on the marks of mathematics and English, and we solve 2 important problems related to the train. So keep practicing more problems on the train problems. So it is very confusing, you'll not get it at first time, so you need to practice it more. And so if you have any doubts, you can contact me. Okay, in the next class we'll be solving some more problems, and then we'll be going to the last part of the quadratic equation, that is the nature of roots and how to solve problems on the nature of roots of the quadratic equation. Thank you.